Hey, look at that. Sound. It's good now. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm just being a normal IT guy. Had myself on mute. It's 2020, right? So I was just being silly here a little bit about how even IT guys have woes and pain points. But thanks for coming on and being in the first tier with connecting the dots in a virtual networking session. I was just thinking about how cold it is today and what I'm thankful of, and hoping that we can do something different here to help our businesses out.
Yeah, definitely. It's a really great idea.
I appreciate that, and definitely kicking off here. We've got another one going on Friday, but Sonia, we go back. I think high school, maybe. We're both Brian Bears.
Yep.
I've kind of went to every school here in town just by how I grew up and life happening, right? But maybe if you could tell me a little bit about you and why you wanted to be on here today.
Well, I am a mom first and foremost of two awesome kids, and um, I thought this was a really cool idea because I have been in business doing lots of different just sales, buying and selling merchandise for years,
Hmm.
and unfortunately, with COVID, it kind of put me out of business, but I found this resource called ITEX, which involves bartering. So I thought that, especially during COVID, this would be an awesome opportunity for a lot of people, local businesses, to hear about because the power of bartering and trading is just phenomenal. And it really helped me out to liquidate merchandise quickly and because I had to get out of business basically. So,
Well, I'm sorry that you were impacted by COVID so much. I mean, it hit all of our families so hard and differently, and businesses as well, and how we provided. Um, and unfortunately, our not a lot of the stories and our experiences are. We feel like we're the only one going through it. But
right.
I think this is kind of a really unfortunate, powerful time in our community where COVID impacted everyone, whether you're
Hmm.
rich, you're super established business, you're a parent with kids who are now, you're a teacher, right?
Yep.
Um, and so that's why I wanted to put one of these things together and really just think about how can it change? And so I've got a couple things I'm going to pop up here. I'm going to try to be one of those guys, but I really want to know for folks who are watching, what is ITEX in Omaha? You talked about bartering. Does that mean like I got $5 and you give me $5 back, or is that, hey, I'll give you a website and I get some new tires? Or am I thinking crazy? How does it work?
No, you're right. It's actually bartering is probably the oldest form of currency
Mm-hmm.
of getting goods, and it's trading a product or service for another product or service traditionally. The unique and really cool thing about iTex is that you're able to barter not just business to business. So, for you example, you're in IT. You whoever wants your IT services, you may not want whatever they have to offer. You may not be interested in that or need that. So, iTex is really cool because you get a barter bank account, so you're able to say, hey, whatever service you do, let's say you build a website. I don't know the prices, but we're just gonna use, $500, whatever. So you're able to barter for $500 in barter money that goes into your barter bank account that you can use for any other product or service in the entire network. And the network
Any
is that
business?
any other um any business that's in the network, and the network is actually nationwide. So
So it's not just Omaha that I'm tied to. So
right.
if I need some specific product that's also agencying, maybe manufacturing some widget I resell here, I could potentially barter with that company on the East or West Coast.
Absolutely. That's the
Wow.
really cool thing about it.
I hope they need a website.
Yeah. Right. So that's what I found really appealing about it because I mean, I've done my Christmas shopping last year because I started with them in August of last year,
Okay.
and I would just barter, more merchandise for my business. And then of course I had to liquidate a lot, but It's really neat that I was able to get things for Christmas for my family, photographer, to do family photos. They have actually a website, an e-commerce website where you can actually purchase items off of the website using your ITEX dollars. So it's really
Oh,
cool because it's like an eBay. Well, it's not, I won't say eBay, it's like an Amazon, but
okay.
with using your ITEX dollars because it is not auction. But so it's really cool because you can just buy it straight off of there. You can, so there's even travel, there's timeshares, there's hotels, restaurant. I mean, the list just goes on. There's auto mechanics, plumbers, dentists, all
I
sorts of.
love to work on cars.
Yeah,
A
see,
little hobby of mine. So you talk about this website with ITEX. You have this national kind of support behind you. So it's anyone who's kind of in the network, if you will.
right?
Um, but one thing that you talked about that I really liked is, people are going crazy with TP, right? During COVID.
Yeah, yeah,
You would think like, hey, maybe the food's run out or it's this. It's no, it's TP. That's the most like premium thing we have as a culture right now, right? Um, so if I was in this, you talked about I bartered a website at $500, and I then could use my bartered money in my barter account to buy things for my house. It doesn't have to go back to my business.
nope, not at all.
Okay. So what would be a good example of that where, I have kids and they have no problem eating right now. Our kids are home now more than ever. So
Yeah.
what's a way that you use that if you don't mind maybe set an example for folks?
Well, for example, just like birthday parties locally, I've done birthday parties like for my kids, the balloon people and um, the bounce houses, and there's all
Wow.
sorts of things. The cakes,
None of those are cheap.
right? I mean, the cake that I got for my daughter was a retail of like I think $140 because she wanted the tier, and I would never be able to get that for her. But using my barter money, I could do that, and so that's a really neat, you know, part of it. There really are a lot of
A lot
different
of powerful
options.
ways to use it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There's even like the haunted houses were on there for October in October. Lots of different activities locally and things like that too. So
So is there anyone, I guess maybe this is the best question we always talk about in networking. Maybe it's not for me, maybe it's not for you, but what is the ideal maybe business where it makes sense? Is it someone who has a product, a service? What's the ideal kind of candidate to be in that national member network?
it really is. I mean, it just is so diverse, and they're
Mm,
really looking for people like plumbers, electricians, things like that. But it's always just literally anybody who has a product or service would fit into that, or if you own a restaurant or things like that, there's a lot of local restaurants, um, even some bars. So, I mean, there's just quite a
Uh-oh, I'd
variety.
get in trouble with that one. I don't need
Yeah,
a bartering bar tab, but
yeah,
I do love rum and coke. But so you had mentioned when we were originally, so you were signing up for this and in the background, I mean, you talked about multiple $1,000s of value.
yeah,
And, when you're a business and you need printing or you need product, that's a big deal to kind of release some cash flow.
right.
Um, I mean, is it an easy sign up process? Is it really hard? I mean, what would be the first step if we wanted to send some people there today? And of course, if I could really quick, if anyone's watching, please chime in with any questions you have for Sonia about any experiences she had or thoughts, please. But, what would be the first step for someone to get started, Sonia?
Well, they could go to the ITEX website, and you can sign up there. It's really easy, and you can use the code Omaha, all capitals, and you'll get a
Ooh, let's
uh,
see that.
they
So it's
have some deals.
itexomaha.com?
Uh, ITEX.com.
Okay, itex.com.
And when you use
Okay.
the promo code Omaha, That's my referral code, and there's some bonuses um, for when you sign up. Actually, right now, there's a bonus of um, there's actually let me explain this. There's what they call a holiday show happening Saturday
Oh, a
here in
holiday
Omaha.
show. Is that like where the kids come out with candy and lights like we're used
No,
to, or what? How's this different?
this is really cool actually because it's at the Comfort Inn Hotel,
Hmm.
and there a lot of the vendors from ITEX will be set up there with products and information about their business and selling their products on ITEX. And um, if you show up to that as a prospect, as being interested in signing up for ITEX, you're actually going to get a $500 credit right on the spot when you
Five
sign
hundred
up.
dollars.
Yeah.
So
So
someone get a website from me already?
right. So it's really neat because just for signing up, you get credit. So you'll be able to shop right there at the holiday show. So
And what would be some of the people that'd be there? I mean, it would be the trades folks, so I can get the lights done at my house. I could don't have to cook Thanksgiving dinner maybe, or Christmas
yeah,
dinner now, excuse me.
yeah, there's such a variety, and there's a lot of merchandise there, and there's a lot of people with their businesses. They might be selling the gift certificates towards their services and things like that, and just letting you know about their services. Again, I think you mentioned printing. Printing is there's a couple good printers, so things that can help your business. So and your family. So it's
Man,
pretty.
that sounds wonderful. I mean, I just think of all the things right here, in my office space, which I feel like I have an echo because it's, lonely and late and it's a long night. So I appreciate you being flexible with our schedule. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of people who are going to really find value with iTex is going to be available this time, right? Dinner's kind of either getting served or it's a little bit of a lull. But when we get back online with this, we'll be able to share those folks out. So that's this Saturday.
Yep.
And to
That'll
get
be the 6th, I believe.
It'll be the 5th, I
The 5th.
believe.
Yeah.
I'm poor
Yeah. The 5th.
calendar guy in
Yeah.
IT, so I'm always tracked down.
Yeah.
And so they just need to go to itex.com
Yep.
and then use the promo code, which I put up here, of Omaha.
Yep. And it's all capitals, actually. Omaha
Oh, all
capitals.
caps. Look at me. You're keeping me in line here. Well, let me act like I'm in IT and I can change that really quick. So they use this promo code
Yep.
Omaha,
Yep.
all caps, and so they get that referral fee as well as you're talking about, which would be pretty sweet. But that $500 for this weekend is what is really important.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
And the ITEX corporate is always doing different incentives for signing up, regardless of when you sign up. So personally, I don't know what the referral or what the bonus is right now.
right?
Um, but the lady who runs ITEX in Omaha, her name is Terry, and she can answer any questions. She's great. She's fabulous. So, and she's
I've heard that. I've,
yeah,
I've actually been referred to her. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to meet with her. She's tried to, I wouldn't say track me down, but it sounds like something. It's just full circle that all good signs are good, and that we need to work together.
yeah, yeah, she's great. So, and she really her she works hard to get you business and to get you the things that will help your business, utilizing the ITEX dollars so that you can save your cash flow. So she is really good at that. So
Well, that's awesome. I was just thinking about it. Can she get me money? She probably can't print me money, but she could save me money, which allows me to hold on to what I have. And that's probably the whole big powerful thing with her, right?
yeah,
And with
exactly.
iTech. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I really appreciate that, Sonia, you coming online and telling us a little bit. Looks like you got a little classroom time going on behind you, like all of us.
Yeah.
I have become the king of whiteboard cleaning. I've got a huge whiteboard here in my office, and it's a rainbow color right now. And I have a little picture from my son Harrison. So I got a unique question for you in this virtual networking. I ask everyone who joins, how can I help technology help you? Normally, technology is one of the most expensive points of business, whether it's a website, email, laptops, whatever it is. We dropped an iPhone 900 times and we need an insurance replacement. But I also like making sure it's less of a pain point. And so what is something with, ITEX or something you've dealt with in business that maybe has been a pain point with technology for you?
Um, I think, well, I'm not very inclined with technology, but also,
That's all right. This is a safe place.
yeah,
This is a safe place.
I think not understanding how certain things could be helpful. Or for me personally, I tend to be late to the game on everything. So I tend to watch new technologies come out and I don't understand it. So then I don't pursue it until much, much later. And I, for me, I wish I was more, inclined to check things out sooner as they develop, because obviously technology can be helpful if we pursue that. So
Absolutely. I mean, you're telling me you're not hanging out at Nebraska Furniture Mart or Best Buy, geeking out
right.
like all the other, and just to make it clear for everybody watching and you, Sonia, I do not do that. But it is my job, and to stay up there, and it's really kind of a balance in business, right? Like you've made an investment for this process of how you get paid and what invoicing is like, and how do you communicate with clients, and then Google or Microsoft changes something, or that favorite HP laptop you love died, and it's now 5 years old and became a boat anchor. And so a lot of times I like to become, and hopefully and ideally, that trusted advisor with, small businesses where, now that you've told me your strategic plan, what tools do you need? At least technology tools do you need to accomplish that? And then is that year one type deal, year two or three? And then I think really, trying to help you out with that. If I was good with you are with bartering and all the things that you've done in the past, I'd be doing it. I'm not. And this is what kind of that brainchild I had about putting this session together of let's embrace each other's strengths and come out better together. And so you are not alone with people, with other people who don't feel comfortable with technology. It's okay. There are still times, but my son Harrison, I think knows how to use OneNote better than I right now. I can encrypt it and back it up and make sure it never goes down from here to China and back. But you asked me to do some of the tagging things. That's just tough. So, well,
Yep,
I really
I'll never be
appreciate
there.
you coming on today. It's kind of been fun to learn about ITEX. It's been on my radar for a little while, so I hope everyone please reach out to Sonia. You'll be able to leave notes here. She'll be able to see it. Go to itex.com, put in promo code Omaha, all caps. Let me do that right there. And then honestly, just support one another. And I appreciate y'all coming together. We're going to keep these going. We have another session at 6 o'clock on Friday. And we're going to learn a little bit about car salesmen, especially from women ownership. So I appreciate you all. Sonia, thank you again.
Yep, no
Hope to
problem.
have you back shortly.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Take care. Wash those hands. Wear a mask, please. Bye, guys.
Bye.